lesson, we will be learning how to count up to 120, starting at any number less than 120. So,
Okay.
for example, we'll start at like 110, and then maybe we can count up to 120. So, that would be like 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, and 120. It sounds like it takes a long time to do, but there are certain techniques that we can use which allow us to count up to 120. So instead of counting by ones, we can count by fives, we can count by tens, we can count by 20s. But for now, we're going to focus on counting on ones since we're just beginning the lesson. So I have a worksheet here that lets you count the objects and then write write how many stars there are. Now, not only will we be learning how to count, but we'll also learn how to write the number of objects that we count. So, in other words, you would have to like actually write out the number. So, say you had 110 stars here, you would have to know how to write 110.
Okay.
So to begin the lesson, I'll do the first example and I'll count the number of stars, and then you'll get a chance to do it. That way we get good practice. Now,
Okay.
to start, we're gonna count the stars in the first row, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So we know that in the first row there are 22 stars.
Yeah.
So instead of like trying to remember how many stars there are in the first row, you might want to like write it at the end.
Yeah.
So we know that there are 22 stars. So we'll write 22 here just so we don't forget. Now, instead of counting out the whole row again, we can take a little shortcut. Well, we know the rows have equal number of stars because it starts here and it ends here and it aligns up to the first row. So we know that maybe in this row there are also 22 stars. So instead of counting out, we can write 22 again. And then we can also do that for the third and fourth rows because we know that there are 22 stars. So we'll put 22, 22. And then, does this look like the same amount of stars as the other rows?
No.
Good, so that means we'll have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. And we'll write 13 at the end. Now all we have to do is add the numbers. But since you probably aren't familiar with adding the numbers, I'd like you to actually count out each stars. So instead of like taking a shortcut to get practice, I'd like for you to count out each stars. So I'll do it this way, the shortcut way, but what I really want you to do is actually count individually how many stars there are. So we're gonna add that up. So we'll add the 22s first, and that will equal to 88. And then we have 13 more stars down here. So we'll have to do 88 plus 13, and we'll get the amount of stars in the first example. So let me add that. So altogether in the first row, there are 101 stars. So let's move on to the next example.
Okay.
So can you count with me while I do this just to get practice?
Okay.
So that you guys get familiar with counting. And we're going to do this counting individually rather than taking the shortcut.
Okay.
Because I want you, as I said, to get practice. So, let's count.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99.
So we know that there are 99 stars altogether. I know it takes a really long time, but the lesson is getting you guys to count up to 120, starting at any number less than 120. So instead of starting at 1, we start at 115.
Okay.
Can you count up to 120, starting at 115 for me?
Yeah. 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, 120.
Good job. I see you're getting the hang of that. Also, in the second row, it's the same thing what we did in the first example, except it's smiley faces. So I'm gonna have you do this with a partner, and you guys will work together and count the number of smiley faces as well as write how many smiley faces there are. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then this last sheet I want you to do for homework.
Okay.
And like we did in class, I want you to count every individual block for numbers 1 to 5, and then at the end you write how many numbers, how many blocks, or how many items there are in each example.
Okay.
So for like the first one, you'll put like an equal sign and then write that number.
Okay.
Also, don't forget to put your name and the date. So I'll be handing out the homework at the end of the day, but for now, I'd like for you and your partner to work on the 2 examples from this sheet, and I'll give you a few minutes to do it, and then we'll go over it as a class together, and we'll see what you guys got.
Okay.